Episode 6. Dreams, Astral Travel, and the Invisible Work. The Secret Life of the Sleeper. We spend roughly 1/3 of our lives asleep. To modern science, sleep is a biological necessity, a time for the brain to consolidate memory, regulate chemistry, and help the body recover. To many people, dreams are dismissed as nonsense random images, or a chaotic replay of the day. But when Seth spoke through Jane Roberts, he offered a striking idea. You may be no less active while asleep, only active in a different mode. Seth describes the dream state as closer to the soul's native environment. It is a period when you loosen the tight, restrictive focus of the ego and move into a wider, multi-dimensional field of awareness. In this episode, we are going to explore Seth's view of the dream world, the technical reality of the dream body, and the invisible work he says you perform every night, work that directly influences the health, the events, and the opportunities of your waking life. This is where the blueprint of your tomorrow is actually drawn. Quick note: this is a metaphysical model, not established science. As always, take what resonates with your own inner knowing and leave the rest. The dream state as a reality laboratory. Seth's first major claim is that dreams aren't nothing. They are composed of the same basic creative energy that forms your waking experience, made of what he calls electromagnetic energy units. The difference is simply that dream matter is less dense and more flexible than physical matter. In the dream state, reality is immediate. If you think of a place, you are there. Because of this speed, Seth calls the dream state a reality laboratory. It is a place where every possibility can be explored safely before it appears in your physical life. He suggests that before major life events, new career directions, the beginning of a relationship, or even personal health challenges, your inner self tests different outcomes in the dream environment. You may interact with your own probable selves to see where a certain choice leads. You explore the emotional consequences and sense which path aligns best with your soul's growth. If you are facing a massive problem in your waking life, Seth suggests the solution has likely already appeared in dream form. The answer is sitting in your subconscious mind, but it often fails to reach your conscious memory because the translation between the dream world and the physical world is complex. The dream body and the mechanics of astral travel. When you dream, you don't just observe scenes from a distance, you inhabit them. Seth describes a dream body, or a second form of awareness. This form is not bound by the laws of gravity, the passage of linear time, or ordinary physical distance. He suggests that the experiences we often call astral travel are a natural, nightly occurrence. During deep sleep, your awareness operates beyond your usual physical reference points. Sometimes, your awareness stays close to the body, hovering in the room. Other times, it moves through what Seth calls coordination points, interdimensional crossroads where information is exchanged between different levels of reality. You may meet with other people who are also asleep, or even communicate with those who have passed on. In this state, your communication is telepathic and instantaneous. So why don't we remember these epic journeys? Seth points to the ego filter. The ego is a specialist. It is designed for 3D focus for daily tasks, survival, and maintaining a consistent identity. If we had full recall of our expansive, non-linear dream experiences, it would overwhelm the ego's ability to focus on the physical world. Your memory clips the experience, turning it into symbols that your waking mind can handle. The invisible work, healing and regulation. Beyond travel and rehearsal, Seth describes the invisible work that keeps your body alive. In his model, the inner self uses dream time to reorganize, integrate, and rebalance your biology. While you sleep, your psyche processes the beliefs and stresses of the day. It recalibrates your nervous system. This is one reason why deep sleep feels so restorative. It's not just the physical rest, it is the spiritual maintenance. Your inner self is literally downloading new instructions into your cells based on the mental shifts you've made. You can work with this process deliberately through lucid intent. Before you fall asleep, you can give your inner self a simple command. I will remember my dreams. Show me the source of this physical pain. Help me find the next step for this specific problem. By doing this, you are bridging the gap between the projector and the screen. You are asking your deeper mind to surface useful data through symbols or clear, logical scenes. Taking part, lucidity and the bridge. The final stage of this journey is lucidity, the moment you realize, while still inside the dream, that you are dreaming. In this state, the diver's suit of the ego is still on, but you realize you are in the water. In this state, Seth suggests you can engage more directly with the dream process. You can ask questions to the characters in your dreams, who are often facets of your own psyche. You can change your response to fear. If you are being chased, you can stop and face the pursuer, realizing it is only a projection. Important. This isn't about escaping your life, it's about integrating it. In Seth's framing, the physical world is a slower, denser environment for learning. The dream world is a faster, more fluid environment. When you pay attention to your dreams and bring their insights into your waking day, you become more whole, you become less reactive, and more intentional. Now, I want to hear about your nightlife. Comment below. Have you ever had a dream that predicted a future event, or a lucid moment where you suddenly knew you were out of your body? What is the most vivid, real dream you've ever had? If this exploration sparked your curiosity, please like the video. It helps our community of mental detectives grow. And subscribe for episode 7, where we move into one of the deepest themes in the material, the nature of all that is, and what Seth suggests about why reality exists at all. I am your host, and this is Seth Speaks. You are much more than you remember. I'll see you in the next reality.